Hey everybody, good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. Got some issues here to review. Starting off with East to West, number 3. In this issue, Death found out in the last one that his wife is still alive, and the main story in this is him actually going after her now and finding her. And she's actually at the city called New Shanghai, which is ran by her dad, Death's wife's dad. Uh, you see the sister and Death's wife, of course, the one that's chained, and the father. So this guy is pretty much outside the city, just waiting here to come in and destroy whoever gets in his way and get his wife back. So it was a great issue. I really enjoyed it. Check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. It's something different. But I can't wait for number 4. Next one is Batman Year Zero, number 21. This issue is pretty much like his origin of what happened after he came back 6 years ago from his death, and he kept, So this story takes while he was dead, and while he was pronounced dead to the world, and his uncle, of course, who has taken over the company, is trying to get Bruce Wayne back. So, one, to of course, he's alive again, and two, to take over the company, but Bruce at this moment has no interest taking over the company, and he tells him that. And towards the end, you find out that he is actually working with the Riddler, Dr. Enigma here, and his plan is actually to try to get Bruce to come on the open. Not forgetting anything? No. Okay, so yeah. So there you go. It was an okay issue for me. Next one is Uncanny All New X-Men, number 12. In this issue, you have the Uncanny X-Men confronting the All New X-Men. Actually, they're there to arrest them, to take him in for questioning, because Mystique's band of shapeshifters seems like they're taking changes of the All New X-Men and stealing money and destroying under the new X-Men form. So Captain America goes and starts talking to Wolverine, and Wolverine's like, it wasn't them. We were here, we didn't do nothing, and and Wolverine and Captain America has a bond, so he actually takes Wolverine's word for it. The cool thing was, and then another thing what happened was, Jean Grey starts scanning everybody's mind, and she scans Scarlet Witch's mind, and that's where all hell breaks loose. Jean Grey just starts blasting at Scarlet Witch, saying, why is she here? She's the reason that all the mutants almost died. I don't understand, how can she join us, and blah blah blah. The main part was pretty cool, was Havoc and Cyclops. This is the first time that Havoc's meeting, of course, Alex is meeting Scott, and Scott's like, oh my god, Alex, is that you? And gives Havoc gives Scott a nice hug, and they kind of walk away and start talking, and like what happened, what's going on. And towards the end, you see, Havoc saying, I love you, man, to Cyclops, which was a really cool brother to brother moment, because I don't know how their relationship was in the past with the Uncanny X-Men and everything that happened, the old Marvel. But the new one, it's a pretty cool start. And then the last page, Wolverine and the All New X-Men, they pretty much take off to find out where Mystique is and try to stop them. So it was a really good storyline. I stopped collecting Uncanny X-Men because the last 2 issues hasn't really clinched me in at all. So I dropped the Uncanny X-Men till if it gets better, I'll grab it. But if not, then I'm not. I'm just gonna stick with this one right here. And The Wake, number 1 by Vertigo. I don't think I've done this. I just forgot. This comic actually is surrounding Dr. Archer, who used to work with this company that fired her, actually, and she's a scientist. And Agent Cruz actually comes to get her to come and work for them to find out what is this noise that they've been hearing. And of course, Archer's like, why should I come and work for you? You guys got rid of me and all that stuff. We don't have a good history because she's been going against him and whatever they've been doing. So, Agent Cruz is like, what? If you help us, we'll be in good graces. Plus, I can help you get your son back. So, of course, Dr. Archer agrees. He goes with them to Alaska and then goes underground like a couple of thousand feet. And towards the end, when she gets there, there's this commotion that she walks into. And now, this noise that Agent Cruz played for her, which is right here, she has heard it before, but she's not saying it where, it seems like. But towards the end, like I said, the commotion, she starts to kind of snoop around in a way, and then she walks into this, where this creature is actually captured. And then towards the end, you have, like, this story is pretty cool. The thing I like about this title is it's chapter, chapter, chapter. So in this next chapter 4, it's the storyteller, and you see this caveman actually holding this thing, and it just comes to life, and it seems like it just pokes his eyes out or something. Or right. But I think it was a great issue. It really got me hooked on in a couple of pages as I started reading. So I'm definitely back for the next one. And the last one is Superman Unchained, number 1. In this issue, the art. Jim Lee is freaking amazing. I love this guy's work. I'm a huge fan of him. Anything he touches, I buy. Again, his art is. This is some gorgeous art here. The way it's drawn. The storyline was about him trying to find out why all these satellites are dropping now. He has stopped almost 6-7 satellites from coming to Earth, and now he's trying to find out what's going on, who's behind it. So he goes to Lex Luthor and asks him, and Lex Luthor's like, I'm not behind it. Then he goes, of course. So he finds this one satellite that's underwater, and he goes in to investigate. But then he finds out there's just 2 missiles coming towards him, and of course hits him. And it's it's General Lane's submarine that's shot the missiles at him. So one of the crew members calls him and said, hey, you know what? We just hit Superman. Holy shit, And General Lane is actually, seems like it's the person that's behind all this havoc that's going on. So, he's like, you know what? Superman must not find out what's going on, or where this base is that's located. So General Lane has this secret base that's hidden somewhere. Nobody knows about it, of course, besides him. And one of the crewmen's like, well, what if he does find out? What are we gonna do? Well, first of all, we have all these weapons here, and this factory seems like it's a weapon factory. Like whatever something new they're making, something they're experimenting on. It's just like a heaven base, just full of weapons. So he's like, you know what? If Superman does find this base, I have something waiting for him. And as you can see, as it gets closer to the door here, and you can see 2 lights, 2 eyes there. You see this? He's like, we have the real Superman down here. He's been helping us for 75 years, and this is this character here. So that's what's waiting for Superman if he does find out. The one thing I really like about DC, that they do different things, which may not seem a lot, but it's pretty cool that they try it and they do it, just to do something different, I guess. And one thing I like about this is this fold out page that we can read, of course, but turns with a little poster too. And the back is, of course, like this. So I think I'm gonna buy a new one, another one, and just take this out and just pop it up on the wall. It's pretty cool. But other than the reason I picked this book up was because Scott Snyder and of course Jim Lee, the legend, um, and Scott Williams. This is definitely be my pull list from now on because I'm a huge Superman fan. So right now I'm collecting Action Comics, Superman, and then now Superman Unchained. I know I'm gonna end up dropping one of them, and most likely probably be Superman because it it's okay. You know, it's between sucking and it's okay. So we'll see what happens. But then, guys, check it out. You know, yeah, that's it. And thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week.